Can you save a narcissist flying monkey? So for those of you who are kind of new to the narcissist world, let me kind of explain what a narcissist, what a flying monkey is real quick. So so the clinical term to this is called abuse by proxy, where when you become, so you've probably heard and seen videos of mine where I say that when someone doesn't respect you, don't respect your boundaries, when there's physical abuse, then there needs to be a physical boundary. We need to get physically distant away from the person. Well, when that happens, quite often, because the narcissist can't reach you, they find other people to reach out to you, right? It could be your friends, it could be your family members, it could be their friends, their family members, it could be your coworkers, right? And they'll do things, it could be your pastor. They'll do things, and they basically execute the orders of the narcissist. And quite often, they're being conditioned, they're being manipulated. Sometimes they know exactly what they're doing. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're just unknowingly complying and enabling the narcissist behavior. So the reason why people ask this question so often is that sometimes it might be one of your closest friends. Sometimes it might be your children. Sometimes there is no limit to who the flying monkey actually possibly could be. And so people want to pull them back on their side. They want people to see the behavior. And the answer to this question is that they have to see it themselves. If this is not your children, obviously you still need to have a relationship with your children, but let's just say that this is a friend or another adult. They need to see this themselves. Number one, there's no guarantee that they will see it, right? You can't convince them. You trying to convince them that they're a narcissist and is going to actually make things worse. You have to understand that. So 90% of the time, I mean, I don't have like actual statistics on this, but just from experience, what typically happens when you try to convince the flying monkey that the other person is a narcissist, that they're abusive, you have to understand that their loyalty lies with them, with the other person. You have to swallow that hard pill. That's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow because it might have been someone that you've known your entire life. Their loyalty now lies with the narcissist, and you need to think about this. I don't care how long you've known this person. If they're siding with someone who was abusive towards you and they knew this, right, that's a problem, right? And we're talking about someone who likely needs core work themselves. What we understand about this is true. This is actually factual. People who are flying monkeys, sometimes they are narcissists themselves, and they're executing orders for a kind of a more dominant narcissist because the narcissist has something about them that they like, or the flying monkey could possibly be codependent, right? And so either way, that's a problem, because obviously if they're narcissistic, then obviously they have no problem abusing. But if they're codependent and they're executing orders of someone, the problem is that even if you do convince this person to be your friend again or become family members again, you're likely going to run into this scenario again later on down the line, because the person has trouble saying no. Let's just say from a codependent standpoint, they have trouble saying no to people like this, right? So you're going to have issues with this person down the road. When you start seeing this type of behavior from people, the reason why I tell people you treat the flying monkey just like they are the narcissist is because even if you did convince them that there's a problem with them, they're going to do it somewhere else. This is actually very indicative of them and their character at the fact that they chose an abuser over you, right? So you have to understand that it is more important. And so to a short answer to your question, they need to see it themselves, right? So for the people who are not codependent, who are not narcissistic, they'll see through this crap most of the time. Right? Even if they don't see it immediately, eventually they're going to start seeing it, right? And you want people who get this, who understand, who don't play stupid games, who are not listening to gossip. People who listen to gossip are unhealthy, flat out, right? So for a lot of people, you may not know that I do a lot of corporate work events, and I talk about gossip a lot when it comes to work. Right? And what is a flying monkey? What are they doing? They're gossiping. So think about that. If they can literally, right? I don't care if you've known this person for your entire life, sit there and listen to lies, manipulation, and even if the narcissist is sharing some things that do have some elements of truth to them, and they're comfortable sitting there listening to that stuff about you, knowing that this person is being vicious about you, is that really your friend? Is that really your family member? Do they really care? So you really have to understand what you're really asking, what you're really saying. When, I understand that you might miss this person. I understand that you may grieve the loss of this friend or this person that's in your life. But this is not the type of person that you want in your life. Someone that is willingly sitting there at a table and hearing this venom being spewed out about you, and just sitting there and enjoying it. Not only enjoying it, but actually participating in it. That's not a friend.